let's be real, some of us want to work from home without stressing ourselves out. These 5 easy jobs are going to be completely remote and pay at least $50 per hour. And most of them require little to no experience. And don't worry, I'm going to show you guys the actual websites to go on to actually get hired today. If you guys are serious about finding a remote job, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you guys watch until the end of the video, you will find out the coolest way that I've ever talked about on this channel of making money with sports. First job on today's list is going to be the easiest to jump into, and a lot of you guys can actually get hired today. That is going to be a remote data entry specialist. The main pros of the job is that it's very easy to get into. You can expect to make at least about $25 per hour, and on the high end, you can expect to make around $60 per hour. The site that we are going to use to find a remote data entry specialist job is going to be flexjobs.com. FlexJobs is going to be one of the best sites to find work because they get rid of a lot of scam and fake postings. It is going to be so easy for us to actually find a job on the site. We're just going to click on find your next job, and it's going to ask us a series of questions what we would be willing to do for work. A lot of us want the 100% remote option, so we're going to pick that. And then our minimum salary, in this case, we want to make at least $50 an hour. Let's say that's around 80 grand per year. Or if we want to go to hourly, put that up to $50 per hour. And then next, we're going to put anywhere in the US and anywhere in the world. So this is definitely an option for all my people that are worldwide. And then we can upload our resume if we want. If not, we're just going to say skip upload and press next. And then the job title for this specific job, we are going to want to do a data entry. So we're going to click that and press next. If we're here, these are job categories that we could select. So we're going to click data entry, maybe even something like customer service, computer, and IT. For this, let's just say that we are beginner because I know a lot of you guys are coming on my channel and you have never done things like data entry. So let's just put less than 3 years for this scenario. And then if you guys have graduated high school, let's say we have not gone to college at all, we're going to click high school or GED. And if we don't want to answer, we can also put that as well. And then let's click next. And then they're going to ask us what type of benefits that we're interested in. And if we select see more, it'll give us all of the benefits that come with jobs. A lot of us would like health insurance, like a typical 9 to 5, even flexible paid time off, maybe some paid holidays, some paid time off that might be better there. Maybe even when we want some retirement savings, some of us that are looking into the future. And maybe we want to get back into school and they provide education assistance. Let's put that. And a lot of the times, guys, since we are working these remote jobs, we are going to want things like internet reimbursement, cell reimbursement, office stipend, having a computer provided for us so we don't have to purchase that just to do the job, even a work from home stipend. So if we have to buy any other work materials, we can look at companies that are going to help us out too. Let's click find your remote job. We gave the system a lot to work with. They should be giving us some really relevant jobs here. They're going to ask for our email, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in so we can take a look at jobs here. And so after putting my email in, they're going to give us a list of all of the jobs. So some of these aren't going to work for us. Most of the time, we're going to want to make way more than that, but it is still a way for us to actually just start out in the space. This one is $12 to $14. This one gets a little bit more at $20 an hour. And remember, guys, this is a rate per hour that we don't have to pay for transportation to work. So we are really saving money by not having to pay the extra costs associated with transporting ourselves to work. Generally, what we would make is probably around $15 to $20 an hour for this type of job. This one says $35,000 to $45,000 per year. And these salaries is giving us an average salary of around $50,000 per year, maybe a little bit more. So if you guys have ever worked a remote data entry job, please tell us in the comments your experience and if you would recommend the job to others. Job number 2 on today's list, guys, is going to be a social media manager. The social media managers are going to make a decent amount of money at $62,000 on average. And as you can see, the high is about 6 figures. So if we have some experience, which I know some of you guys may have, this is going to be a perfect way for us to go into a job and start making 70, 80 grand per year. If we take a look at different types of social media manager jobs, there are going to be plenty available, and you can pretty much go anywhere to find these types of jobs. For this example, since we're already on Indeed, we are going to check out the jobs over here, and as we can see, a lot of them are going to be remote. And the good thing about this type of job is that if you're creative, you can actually use your creative skill in any industry. For example, this first job here is a social media manager for an ancestry company. If you are passionate about certain ancestry and history, maybe anthropology, things like that, this would be a perfect job for you to get into. If we go down, this one says social media specialist. Not a lot of information that they're providing, but I'm sure that they would pay a good amount of money. If we go down, this one says remote in New York, a creator manager, that they're paying $60,000 to $65,000 per year with all of the benefits. This is probably one of the most underrated jobs on today's list. I would encourage all of you guys to start applying to these jobs and pretty much present yourself as an expert and start building those skills in these entry-level positions. Job number 3 on today's list, guys, is going to be an online tutor. Tutors surprisingly make a decent amount of money at about $25 per hour, and that equals out to about $55,000 per year. And again, on the high end, we can expect a lot of these entry-level jobs to have a high around 6 figures. The best site for you guys to go ahead and become an online tutor is simply going to be tutor.com. There are some other sites that I have talked about in my videos. If you haven't seen this playlist, check this out in the top corner. Out of all the videos that I have, I would suggest that you guys start, if you want to be an online tutor, start with tutor.com. If we click on tutor.com/apply, this webpage is actually gonna detail exactly how we can become a tutor. They are gonna provide a YouTube video for us to tell us exactly what the job entitles, whatever we want to know about the company, and then they're going to give us a little bit more details about what we can expect. Depending on where you guys are residing, we are going to click here to apply. Can say apply now. Above the apply now button, guys, is going to tell us all the things that we'd like to know about the job. Tutor remotely, no travel necessary, is going to be very huge. It says that we can also get paid on a regular schedule, which most likely will be something like PayPal. Job number 4 on today's list, guys, is going to be a virtual assistant. And virtual assistants are going to make the most money on this list yet at $27 per hour. Per year, that's going to come out to about $81,000 per year. And this is going to be super easy for us to get into. We are going to be able to make $134,000 on the high end. There is a really good demand for virtual assistants, and you can really find a job anywhere when it comes to this role. Where I would look specifically if I wanted to be a virtual assistant online would be Upwork.com. And on Upwork, you can see that people are actually charging really low typically for an hourly rate. This person is only charging $8 an hour, and you're probably wondering, how is this person living and eating off $8 an hour? The thing that people don't realize about these types of jobs is you can actually be hired for multiple jobs at the same time. Let's say you're only making $10 an hour. You can have about 5 different projects that you're working on, and all of a sudden you're making $50 per hour. This person, even though they have only charged $8 an hour, they have made over $10,000. This person is $7 and she's made $400, probably just starting. This person is making a little bit more money. People are making a lot of money without having to charge a lot per hour, and you really don't need any experience to do this. This guy is only charging $4 and he's made the most money that we've seen yet. at $50,000. Jump into these roles because there is not a lot of barrier to entry. You don't need any skill or experience to do them, and you can still get in there and make at least $50,000. Last job on today's list, guys, number 5 is going to be my personal favorite and a job that you've probably never heard of before, the best job that I've ever talked about on this channel, and that is going to be a sports analyst. And you might ask, Kevin, how exactly would you get into becoming a sports analyst? Sounds like a cool job, but is it practical? And the answer is yes. We're going to go on a specific site that is going to hire people that want to work in sports betting or sports analysts, and that is going to be Pintasia.com. This is actually a site where they are going to hire people to work in casino and sports betting jobs. Okay, and it's also a worldwide position. So this entire video has been worldwide. Be sure to check out my worldwide playlist for all you guys that are looking for those worldwide jobs. Let's actually view the types of jobs, because there is one particular job that I want to show you guys that any of you could do, especially if you are currently watching sports. As you can see, they are paying a good amount of money. This one is specifically in North America, and it says, are you a data-driven sports fanatic with a knack for uncovering what makes bettors tick? This would be a great job to apply to, and as you can see, they're starting out at $85,000, and they're willing to pay up to $120,000. This job was just posted actually yesterday. It is October 23rd as I am recording this. This is the recruitment manager. So what I would do, guys, is not only apply to this job. After you submit your information, I would definitely go and try to contact him on LinkedIn. I will tell you guys that it is very easy to actually learn things like SQL, Python, Tableau, and Power BI online. And another small tip for you guys, if you want to go into something similar to the data analyst, be sure to check out my description for the link Triple10. Triple10 is actually going to have multiple different programs that you can get into that will help you learn things like SQL and Power BI. The specific course that I've taken in business intelligence actually teaches you that in less than 4 months. Okay, and as you can see, after you graduate, you can expect to find a job. They are actually going to personally help you find a job that you can make at least $66,000 per year. So if you guys want 30% off of that, make sure you check out my link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.